Hello, hello, hello. I am live. Yeah, I'm here in the flesh. And welcome to those who are on Blessed Circle. So I've added Blessed Circle there. So I'm on Blessed Circle. And where else am I? I'm on the Guru Mama page and I'm on Periscope. So welcome everybody. And it's still the full moon vibe, baby. It's still that full moon vibe. Whew. We are if I used to do like a little, say, oh, the meter's at this or the meter's at that. And you know where the meter is? The meter's off the charts this week. So the meter is off the charts. I know, expansion. So shout out to Blessed Circle. I go down there and I do readings twice a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I'm at Blessed Circle doing readings, and I'm going to be teaching tarot. So if people are in the Calgary area that want to learn tarot and want to learn in person, I will be at Blessed Circle starting, I am just horrible at dates. And those who are just joining me for the first time, who am I? My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer. I do have a foul mouth, so if you are offended by me swearing, I'm sorry. This ain't going to be the one that you're going to be having to watch because I got a little bit, a few little F-bombs coming here, there, and everywhere, So just an FYI to you all. So describe this way, and I'm live, and my family just walked in the door, and I'm going to have to close the door because they're loud. That's what you get when you're married to an island man. Right, Candace? People are just loud. So welcome. And if you're on the Blessed Circle, just, write in the chat and say hello and introduce yourself. Because I have people coming in from Periscope and from the Guru Mama page. And so the tarot class is coming in on the 16th. We're also going to be doing a little witchy class too, which will be starting in October. So we have a witchy class that's going to be starting up. We have, what else does she have? I think she's got little spell kits that I'm going to help her create, and, whatever. I'm just going to be there. Just give her a hand. Give her a hand. Wherever I can give her a hand, because Andrea's pretty awesome. And so doing that. So we come from a big family, so we learn to be loud and to be heard. That is so true. Because my husband doesn't realize how loud he is until he says something, and then his voice just booms everywhere. So nice to see you again this morning. Yes. Well, I got a sweater on. It got cold. I mean, the wind picked up. The rain came in. It was just like crazy. It stays with us for life. It does. It does. But that's okay. Sometimes, right now you got to be loud. You just got to be loud. So I was looking over the chart, and then I started to look at my chart, and I just started to, this is one thing. It's like getting your natal chart done, or having your natal chart and looking at where the transits are. That means transits are the planets that are going, or that are moving right now. So they're the ones, like with Mars. Your natal chart is that picture, the little picture that is, good morning, that, Lisa, that shows you where the planets were on the day you were born. Okay. So astrology, and I'm just going to explain this because a lot of people have been asking me questions. Where are you helping Andrea? I'm helping. So many questions. Andrea down at Blessed Circle, I'm helping her out. I do readings there, and if I'm not doing readings, if she needs me to do anything, I'll help her out. I'll be there all day Thursday, giving her, because she has some things that she has to do, so she needed somebody to fill in. I'll do that. It's actually, and when I looked at my chart, it's like, oh, that's exactly because the sun is conjuncting my Uranus in my Virgo house, and Uranus is, and the sun conjunct is all about, going out there, helping others, doing what you can to expand. And which is actually, when you're looking into the chart right now, that's where the handle of Thor is. So for the handle of Thor, the hammer. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I want to tell you about the astrology. So what astrology is. Now, there, people come in and say, oh, what about the 13th sign? My sign has changed. Not in astrology, okay? Astrology is when they looked up into the sky and they broke it down into 12 parts, and each part is 30 degrees. And that hasn't changed. And the Earth is at the center. All right. So it's looking at where the Earth is at the center and all the planets rotating around it. Okay. And in the 30 degrees are 12 astrological signs. So those astrological signs are broken up into that. All right. So a lot of times you'll get apps and they'll say, but no, this tells me that Mars is here or Saturn's over here and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's the sun's perspective. So with the sun's perspective is a little different. That's called a helio chart. I'm not going to get into that today. That's just a whole nother kettle of fish. Let's just say that. So what I do is predictive astrology. I do an intuitive astrology chart. And so when I do a reading, I look at your chart, look at what's transiting and how is that affecting your life? How's that affecting your health, your money, your love life? I bring in past lives, a little bit of everything when I do your chart to help to give you direction for your highest good. So on that note, you can book in a reading and we can look at your chart, because right now, if you have your chart, it's really good to know where 10 degrees Virgo is, because that's where the sun is transiting, where 27 degrees Aries is, and where 22 degrees Capricorn are in your chart. Because where the 10 degrees is where we're going to call the handle of Thor. So that's where the handle is. And then the handle is going out to those other two. It's going out to Aries and it's going out to Capricorn. So it's making this energy, right? So this energy is coming in. And what it's doing is like it's setting things and it's clearing things. So it's looking deeply into what is going on in your life. So when the hammer is coming in, it's looking at things more deeply into your life. Last week, you might have found that there's a lot of things that were happening around you. So things that might have been clearing. It might have been things that have been being, where things were clearing inside of you, and it might have been very difficult, or things clearing around other people, or you might have been the observer of other energies or people clearing out of other people's lives. So that's what that energy is. This energy of what's happening now is giving you a little bit more insight, because when the sun is in Virgo and we have this full moon, the Virgo it's like a laser. It wants to pinpoint exactly where it's going, right? So that's what it is with Virgos. Virgos have this laser point, and a laser can be it can be combustible, right? So we've got this laser point. Where am I? Where do I need to go? What is that? What do I need to have that point on? Where the moon is in Pisces right now. Okay, so the moon is in this watery, beautiful, elusive dreaminess. It's like going into the ether and the cosmic ways, and it's boundless. It has no boundary. It's the ether. That's how I see Pisces. It's just out there. It's just doing its thing. And here's Virgo, and with this full moon, is saying, no, we need to see things. We need to put this on point. We need boundaries. We need construction. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And we have that energy that's also coming in with that hammer and saying, well, where do you want that energy to go? How do you want to focus that energy? Because we have Mars and Lilith and Eris in Aries right now, right? So that's where when we look at that 27 degrees is where Mars is in your chart, because we know he's in Aries, and he's been doing these squares over to the Mafia brothers, who I call, the Mafia brothers, who are in Capricorn, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, making these squares over there. And the thing is that with Mars is slowing down and going retrograde. So when a planet's going retrograde, it's an illusion that it's going backwards. But the reason it's that because that's when that planet is closest to the Earth. So its gravitational pull is very close. So you got to think of what Mars represents and what Mars is. Mars is the red planet, right? So this is what we're going to call a high alert or a red alert, because we have Mars coming in, and Mars is intensity. And as it's coming in closer, it's making things intense, and it's coming in, and it doesn't want to ask for permission. It doesn't want to ask for anything. We have the sun down in Virgo and saying, okay, but I want to point this energy somewhere. I want to bring this energy so I can put up boundaries, because Mars is about, where's my boundaries? And how can I put this together in a very positive way so I'm not so reactive? And in comes the hand of Saturn. And Saturn says, no, you want to do it that way? There's consequences. You got to pay your price. You got to pay the toll. You want to do that? There's consequences to what you are going to do. Now, yesterday, I mentioned to you guys that what you feel and how you feel is what you're going to manifest tomorrow. We can harness this energy with Mars. We can harness this frustration, look at where it's coming from and say, what can I do to create something positive? Wondered why I wanted Cancer and Mars. Bad choice. Get your shit together. Next lifetime, get your shit together, Candace. So my Mars is in Sagittarius, so it's just at 1 degree sad. So this is this energy coming in and making transformation. And we can see all of this happening and this disruption going on. And if we look at what Mars has been doing, because Mars wants to change. Mars wants change. Mars is saying, you know what, guys, things aren't going too well, and things are really fucking up here. Mars, when it squared the bad boys, or the council, we can call them the council if you want. Back in March, that was COVID. Mars started to square them and said, okay, what's going on? So that was the start of COVID. Now Mars squaring is like we're having the conflict, go to school, not go to school, what to do, what not to do. We have the thing about, where we're looking at, mask or no mask today. We're having conflict of people wanting to go back to work, not wanting to go back to work. So there's all of this coming out right now, with all of this energy that's coming forward. We have this energy of saying, okay, what else is going on here? What else is going on, right? So it's like, okay, oh, well, we're unable to get certain things from China right now. Oh, where do our tin cans get made? Oh, we get, what do we get from China? Even though Canada does have, aluminum. But where else do we get it from? Oh, we get a lot from China. Oh, so anything canned goods, things like that, it's going to be harder to get, harder to find, or more expensive, right? Yesterday, because the teacher tested positive. Yeah, teacher tested, principal and his staff tested positive in Canyon Meadows, too. So I kind of, my Scorpio laughed at that, because I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to find. And plus we're heading into winter. We're heading into all of this type of season. And I know a lot of people are saying, fuck it all. Let's just go. Right. And no, schools aren't going to last long. Schools aren't going to last long at all. So that's my prediction. I told people October 16th, major lockdown. That's the new moon in Libra. There's going to be a major lockdown, and there's some crazy conjunctions and alignments that are happening during that. So this energy that's coming in right now is getting us to get clarification. We want to get things clarified. We want to know what's going on. It's like, with our prime minister, we want to know what the hell went on with that, whatever it was. We down in the States, they want to know about the post office, and over in the UK, they, in Germany, they want to know, okay, we want to get going. We want to open up things. In Lebanon, they want to know, hey, you know what? Our country's in chaos. We have no water. We have no food. We have no government now. So we're seeing this pile up. Right? And people, a lot of times, are wanting to be with their head in the sand. But this energy is saying, if you put your head in the sand, it's still going to hit you. Because Uranus is coming in to make change. Uranus is coming in to say, hey, we got to make some changes here. It's sextiling over to Mars, and it's actually trining over to Mercury. Mercury wants information. It wants to get clarity. It's in Virgo. It's saying, I need to have information. North Node, Gemini, I want to have facts. Show me the truth and show me the facts. That's where it's coming forth. And a lot of people are still saying, I don't know. Somebody must know. It's like the subpoenas went out for the mail in the United States for all the sorters that got unplugged. Well, somebody had to sign it. Somebody's got to take responsibility for what is happening. Same with what's happening in other countries. Somebody has to take responsibility for that. So responsibility is coming in. What is the responsibility you're taking in your own life? What does that look like? What does that feel like? This is taking responsibility. And that's one of the things, is that a lot of times things are going to be thrown at you and you're just like, oh shit. Okay, I knew this was coming. The thing is that you probably know it's coming. You probably know that this is happening. But it's like, okay, you know what? If you were the one that got stuff thrown on you or got things, messed up on you, you're going to find that this is actually a good thing, because things are going to start clearing. Things are going to start to come together. This is going to be where you're going to get a lot of clarity. You're probably not going to get the full clarity on how things are going to move forward in the way that you would like until the end of January. And that's when Mars is out of Aries and is going and is going forward. But that's the thing, is that we're not going to get that clarity until probably the end of January. I don't think, somebody said the end of December. I went, no, because we have that conjunction that's happening with Jupiter and Saturn on the 21st. So this is bringing in our awareness. This is opening us up and what is not ours. And Pisces, being emotional, being water right now, is bringing in, this is our spiritual, our personal. It's really getting us to decipher, is this ours? Is this mine? Should I be feeling this or shouldn't I be feeling this? So there could be confusions on your feelings with all of this, because there's just like so much going on that you feel like you're spinning around. So this is very important for you to really get your feet on the ground and saying, okay, it's great that I'm spiritual. It's great that I'm open. But I need the guidance so that I can trust and look at what's happening and take it and feel it and say, oh, no, that's not mine. Oh, that's mine. I like this. This is where I'm going. This is why I've always said, and many of you have taken my courses and stuff, that I've said getting your Reiki or getting a form of energy healing is so important. It's so important, because when you get to studying energy, you get to understand what is my energy and what is not my energy. You get into that feeling of when you walk into a room, this is mine, this isn't mine. The same thing is when I go do my ghost walk, which is actually, if you guys want to go on a ghost walk, I'm doing it on the 18th. So if you want to go on a ghost walk, because I have a specific place we're going this time, and it's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be crazy where I want to take you guys on this ghost walk because I'm quite excited about it. And it's not a graveyard. Don't worry, I won't take you guys to graveyards. But it is pretty crazy to go on this ghost walk and to pick up the energy. So if you guys are wanting, definitely there's still tickets available for the 18th. So this is going to be a pretty, it's going to be, I'm very excited about this ghost walk on taking you. So anyways, so we have this energy. And when I take you go to a graveyard, I'm bringing water and a hose. It'll just get more active. It just does. When I go into places, it just gets very active. I learned this hard way. Couldn't stay in a church without feeling overwhelmed. Yeah. And that's truly, so you could go into a church because, and it's depending on the church. That's the thing. It's depending on the church that you go into. If you're going, the thing is that a lot of churches don't cleanse. There's only one church that actually does cleansing on a regular basis. Believe it or not, it's the Catholic Church. Is one of the churches that does cleansing on a regular basis. Other places do not do cleansing. So you got to think of all the energy that stays in there all the time, from death to baptisms, to weddings, to prayers, to everything. And if it's not proper, if it's not cleansed on a regular basis, you'll feel it all. You'll feel it. You go, and if you go into certain ones that are like, I call them the Harry Carey churches, that are doing the singing and the dancing and the raising of the spirit, and hallelujah, whoo, that could take you on some crazy fucked up trip if you're not grounded and prepared. So one of the things that I do love to teach when I am going on a walk is getting you to asking you right off the bat, what do you feel? Morachers. Yeah, but those aren't, the Navajo churches do too, but I don't, those are different. Those are different churches. They're more into the alignment of the earth, and they're working with the energies and the understanding of what energy is, right? So when I bring you in and I say, let's feel this energy, what do you feel here? What's going on? It gets you to really understand what is happening, understand what is going on, right? Gets you into that grounding, gets you into that spirit of, okay, oh, right, I was feeling overwhelmed. Like Lisa was saying, okay, I'd say, Lisa, why are you feeling overwhelmed? What are you feeling right now? Well, I feel lightheaded. I feel nauseated. I feel whatever it is. You go through the list. And that's where this energy right now for a lot of people, that's what you're going to be feeling. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel nauseated. You're going to feel lightheaded. You're going to feel overwhelmed. Where am I going? What the fuck's going on? You're going to have anger coming up. You're going to have, all of this coming up because Pisces is bringing in expansion. Here we are. We're the ether. I'm ruled by Neptune. I'm bringing in the illusion, the dreams, right? And Virgo saying, hey, we need to get focus here. It's like a little kid with a water gun. We need to get focused. Who am I going to shoot with my water gun? Having that laser focus. And that's what we're needing right now. So we can have them both, but we got to be able to have that harmonious energy of earth to come in to ground. So we're not feeling like we're going all over the place. So we're not feeling overwhelmed, or we're not feeling angry. And we're feeling it and we're looking at it in a way that can bring in a more positive, loving, caring energy, yet still having discernment on our boundaries. Because right now, what's happening for many, they're reactive. They're reactive. So it is consciously for us to, going back to what I was saying yesterday, and with the energies of yesterday, of being thankful, thinking about what it is that you're doing, thinking about the coffee you're drinking or the water you're getting, thinking about it, being thankful for everything that you have, right? And having that gratitude. My biggest thing, blessings of love and light, blessings of pure source energy, blessing it all. When you're blessing it all, then you're able to, you're bringing in this beautiful, gorgeous energy. And as you're bringing in this gorgeous energy, and as you're bringing in this grounding, you're allowing yourself to bring that love into your day to day. And love isn't ooey gooey, airy fairy, kissing puppies, all up in the air kind of thing. What love is, true love is having respect for yourself, having a respect for others, putting boundaries up is a big one. Having those boundaries is a big one. And in doing and putting those boundaries up is meaning that I have respect and love for myself, that I'm able to do this. I'm not hanging on to bullshit from the past. I'm not worried about what, Jane or June or Bob or Sam or whoever it is down the road is doing. I'm just worried about what I am doing and how I am being. I'm worried about how my energy is going out there and how I am receiving. And if I'm receiving things with love and light, and understanding that I'm receiving this with love and light, that I'm coming in here to do what I need to do, that I know that, all of this, everything anybody's saying back here is just noise. That's all it is. It's just noise. And that's one beautiful thing about the Pisces moon, is that they understand, okay, you know what? That's just noise. It's just noise. We don't have to go into that. That's just noise. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. That's just noise. Why are you going down there? That doesn't make any sense. Is that going to help you in the long run? That's where this is coming forth. It's getting us as humanity to come together with discernment and with understanding, with passion and love and compassion, because that comes from the heart, to say, this is what we need to start looking at. This is what we need to start doing. That means if I am, if I don't like my neighbor, or if there's somebody who's pissed me off, right? It's like, okay, why are they pissing me off? What is it there? That is it worth my time and my anger? Usually not. There's some things, yes, we fight for. Definitely we fight for our children. We fight for making sure that they're healthy and that they're safe and that they're going to get their needs met. That's a fight. We fight for people so that they're treated well, that everybody should have a place to live, have a roof over their head, have clean water and food, and clean clothes and shoes. That's a fight. But that's coming also with how Mother Teresa would do, is that we're coming with it with love. And we are not saying that person is better than that person. That's where this energy is coming in. That's why when Mars is coming in, and Mars is coming in at a red alert and looking at Saturn and saying, okay, you're going to put on restrictions and you're going to say, this is what's going to happen. But I need to have clarity on that. I need to have forethought on that. And I don't need those types of restrictions on me. That means I'm going to come together, that I know that we need to have education for all, right? We could still live in a capitalist regime. We could still live in a place where we can earn money and create and have businesses. But if you look at anything to do with free education, free healthcare, that's socialism. Our local government, even though we might vote people in, we don't really vote people in, but as they get up, they get appointed. This is where we need, and this is where the energy of change is coming in and saying we need to look at our world for what is the greater good for the whole. And how can we protect those who need protection? I remember years ago, and I said to my dad, love my father, and I asked him, and I said, because I think it was the Vietnam War was going on at the time, and I think I was like 8 or something. I really didn't understand what it was all about. And I asked him, I said, well, why did God cause war? And he goes, God didn't cause war. Well, God is in control of everything. He goes, well, yes and no. Not a right answer to give a little kid. But he goes, we also have choices in how we are wanting to pursue our lives and pursue what we do. War is caused when the other person thinks they're right and another person thinks they're right, but nobody wants to give in. God always gives in. God always says, here I am, and is always constant. However you want to call God, the universe, is always constant. He's never changing. He's never faltering. He never sways one way or another way. He stands there with pure essence of love and says, if you come in with this pure essence of love and come into the field of equality, then we can get things done. And that's where God comes in. So my dad explained it to me in a way of saying, it's like when you fight with your sister, you think you're right and she thinks she's right. But neither of you are going to be right because you're both coming from your own perspective, your own way. But if one of you is just saying, yeah, you know what? I get it. That's where you're coming from, and let it go. That other person doesn't have anything to fight up against. And hopefully they can realize that we can come together in a different way. And that is the pure essence of this full moon. That's why it's a catalyst moon. That's why this moon is the opening of the vault for the renovations to come in, to get us to see things where change needs to happen within our own selves, but also maybe within what's going on. And I think, and I'm going to hand the torch over to a lot of the younger people and the younger people who have children. You're the one who can make the change. You're the one who can make the change in how your children are going to be educated and the way you want your children to be educated. Many times we are so blindedly that we lead our children to a trough and say, here, drink it. Yet they don't want to drink that water. They don't want to drink that. They don't want to have that. So this is where we got to come in and say, what kind of education, what kind of place do we want to create for our young people that can bring in harmony and peace and love? What does that look like? And I know for many of you who are parents, it's like, oh my God, that is like too much for me to think, Lev. I just rather would throw them, take them to school. But remember, that's the same school that taught you. That's the same school that you said maybe at times like, I hate school. It's the same school. It's the same educational system. It hasn't changed. How do you want to make the change? Because that's where this energy is coming in. How do you want to have and create a more harmonious, loving world for your children and your grandchildren? That's where it counts. And that's where the torch gets handed over. That's where this energy is coming in. Do you want to continue on the way it was? Everybody says, I want to go back to the way it was. I'm sorry, you go back to the way it was. If you keep pushing that door, if you keep pushing that way and not wanting to try to do the renovations, that's where war starts. That's where strife happens. That's where things happen that we don't want to happen. So this is where we, at this full moon, decide which way do you want to go and how do you want to make the changes in your life and in the changes that are around you And it could just start with your attitude and doing some forgiveness on yourself and start doing the forgiveness for others. It's a big one. But we signed up for this, just like Candace signed up to have her Mars where Mars is. Just like I signed up to have my Saturn return in the next 2 years during all of this crazy energy. You know, that's what makes this a beautiful, scrumptious, joyous earth walk. And how we can allow it to unfold in such joyous ways. You really can. You really can. Journey Club begins September 13th. Register. Get in there. You will not be sorry. It is 8 weeks of transformation. So if you want, you can sign up today. And I can send you the recordings so far that we've done for the 21 days meditation. We also have the Ghost Walk happening through Blessed Circle. So if you want to go into, I think it's Inner Circle, YYC, Blessed Circle, you can find out about doing the Ghost Walk Tarot. I'm teaching Tarot there in person. We also have, at the end of the month, I will be teaching through the Guru Mama. I'll be teaching level 1 and 2, and it'll be online. So I'll be teaching that online. So if you don't have your level 1 or 2 for Reiki, definitely. Did you do a weekly reading this week? Did I do a weekly reading? You mean mini moon readings? Yes, I did. I did the mini moon readings. Yes, I did. I put that out. I think I put that out on Saturday or Sunday. So, and if somebody orders one today, because I am fully booked today, and if you did want a mini moon reading, you would be getting it till probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So, and I'm trying, I haven't looked at my website, but I'll be putting them up on my website so people can pre-order, because the next new moon is on the 15th of this month, which is Virgo. So, and people can start pre-ordering and order their mini moon reading for then. So, weird. So I'm going to send you guys out so much love today because I got to get going. My day is starting to ping me. Info is starting to come in for me to get going. And so I want you guys to have a blessed day. The moon is still quite active. We still have quite an activity happening with the moon right now. So let's pull up that. And I'll just show you where everything is right now before I go. Let's share screen. So right now, the chart behind is my chart, so don't worry about that. But this is where right now the moon is slightly off. So the moon is heading towards Neptune. So it's going to be conjuncting Neptune probably by tonight, tomorrow. So we have this conjunction of the moon and Neptune that's going to be coming up as the moon is going through. The sun is still in opposition. They're only a couple degrees apart. We also have where your Mars is here. So Mars is really, wanting to get information, wanting to get things out. And Venus, by the end of the week, will be in Leo. So she's going to be voicing a lot by the end of the week and really having a lot to say. So you're going to find that your voice is really going to be coming out very loudly by the end of the week. So I just wanted to show you that. Did you mean the one she does on Tuesday? So stop the share. Hold on. I got to figure out what you guys are talking about. Figure out what you guys are talking about. So, new comment. So the one Okay. I don't think I should voice things more than I already do. No, James, because you're a Libra and you guys are probably pouting right now. Sometimes you guys pout when you're not getting your way or if things aren't going well. You know, you guys can be very vengeful too. So be careful of that. So yeah, because she is doing that on Monday right now. Yeah, Monday now. What? Yes, that is true. Ugh. So I sent out all the moon readings for people. They should have gotten them already. So the mini moon readings, if you are wanting to still get a mini moon reading, I can probably get it to you. It probably wouldn't be till Friday, unless I have time on Thursday to do it. So, but you probably wouldn't get it till Friday, and so yeah. So then I'm working into that reading, and then I have the tarot horoscopes that I'll be doing, and the tarot horoscopes will be coming out. So much. There's a lot. There's always lots, that I'm doing, because I do tarot horoscopes. For those who are on Blessed Circle, I do many little mini readings. So let's say you can't afford the $160 reading that I do, and I know there's a special through Blessed Circle right now. But if you're unable to afford, I do mini readings. So I do the mini moon readings for $25 twice a month. I do a tarot horoscope once a month, which is taking your information, your date of birth, your whatever sign you are, and giving you the 411 on the energies so right now I'm working in October, and you'll receive that by September the 15th. So I do recordings for everybody who's ordered one, and those are $40. And you get a tarot reading with that too. So you get a recording sent. Those are recorded messages that I do specifically for you. Okay. So, and then you can order those. If somebody wants to get, their natal chart done, definitely you can order and get your natal chart done. Somebody just ordered and they wanted a 2-hour done. That's $250. You and I sit down for 2 hours and we go over your chart. We go over a lot and giving you the information of what to do and action steps to go forward. So there's things like that. Doing spiritual counsel, which is going to be more coming into the new year, where you're going to be finding that I'm going to be doing, where my readings are going to be coming more of a spiritual counsel, and doing more spiritual counseling with my readings. And that's where changes are coming in. And so things like that, and doing, stepping into that spiritual realm more. More watery energy coming in. So, so I'm going to send you out so much love. Have a blessed day. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Allow your light to shine. Shine your light. Be that beautiful, illuminous being that you are, and don't let anybody dim it. Okay? Shine it. Be love. Be light. I love you all. Have a blessed one, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.